That's the Freedom Caucus? Like, what's your definition of right-wing nuts?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that eye-roll camera would be...
What are you...
This side of the couch went, what?
I don't think there... I mean, okay, well, there are so many things to respond to in that, but let's respond to the larger question at hand. Okay, first and foremost, I have a hard time believing there's such disconnect in the messaging here, and you can talk to this, obviously, because it's what you used to do, Lisa. But Paul Ryan saying, Donald Trump kicked it out of the park, whatever, hit it out of the park, I'm not into sports. He did such a great job, amazing. And then you have Freedom Caucus members basically coming out and saying, no dice, we're probably not going to vote for this. It's probably good that they're not voting as a collective whole, but you're telling me Rand Paul today is going to come out and be like, fixed all the problems.
It's not the first time you've... Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, Rand Paul's going to be against this. A lot of people are going to be against it. A lot of people who are up for re-election are going to be against it. And by the way, what is the right-wing nut? Let's start with Steve King, who's a Nazi.
Oh, my goodness. That was a rhetorical question. I'm a subject, though.
Yes.
You know, there's plenty of those guys over there, but there's not enough, I think, to overcome the pressure of the Republican Party and the president saying, pass this thing. They'll pass it. It'll mean nothing because it's going to get ripped apart in the Senate, and it should. Well, you're going to have Obamacare to live with. Just get used to it.
Well,
Obamacare will be around a long time.
I want to ask Lisa, because she worked in communication and politics for years. If you're advising President Trump, if Rand Paul and the Freedom Caucus people say, not going to happen, we're not going to vote for you, are you like, get onto Twitter, take it to the mattresses, go nuclear, this is on their heads, not mine?
Well, I think that's what's happening behind closed doors, because if you look at, I think it's the majority of the districts in the House Freedom Caucus, Trump won them by double digits. And so I think there is some political capital that he can use, and I imagine a lot of those conversations are happening behind closed doors and potentially to the surface depending on what happens in this vote on Thursday. But I think it's important to understand the politics here, because if you look at the Republican Party, so you've got the Republican Study Committee, which is a huge block of Republicans in the House, right? The changes that were made to Medicaid block grants as well as potential work requirements for Medicaid was geared towards those members. You also have the House Freedom Caucus, which is more to the right than the Republican Study Committee. Those are the holdouts. However, as Meghan alluded to and we mentioned earlier in the show, the fact that they aren't sort of whipping their members to vote against the bill. So that's when Trump putting pressure on them matters. And you get to the Senate, I do believe it's very dicey. You've had 5 senators express concern over Medicaid funding, and then you also have the Ted Cruz's of the world, Rand Paul's and Mike Lee as well, who are concerned it's not conservative.
All right, so we all agree that this is a sausage being made. Really what counts, so Mr. Trump was asked today, the president was asked, do you think this is going to get done? Yeah, more than likely
it'll get done. But Ted Cruz has been saying that when it gets to the Senate, it won't. But you need 8 Democrats to get on board for this third phase in the Senate. You can't get, as Ted Cruz says, you can't get 8 Democrats together to say good morning, collectively say good morning.
We don't know what the Senate bill is going to look like. Their version of this is going to look like once it gets to the House.
They've got, listen, the chances that they've got of getting this thing through the Senate as is, not only do you have the Medicaid issue for the Senate, but there are those governors out there that agreed to take the expansion of Medicaid. What are you going to do, take it back now? That's one thing about politics in Washington.
With the
Once they give it, you don't take it away.
Didn't agree.
But with the reconciliation process, not a single person is going to get what they want based on the numbers in the House and only being able to lose 2 senators in the Senate. Not a single person is going to be fully happy with this bill.
Let's remember, we got the most unpopular president in history, according to Gallup. 36%.
What does that
now, who's going to move him along? If Trump said to me, I got to do this, save your district, why? What are you going to do?
We love having you, Bob. Good to have you back.